One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Lies cut all ties like the flies in the sky, soaring high, I'm on a level with a medal, time to fly. Lost spies, woodwicking drama in the night, time to fight. I'm not dying for a sinner with no sight and no light. Knocking off the wicked, stacking quickies on a wire. Click that bang, shots are fired, running from life desire. Making a labor run with an aim of small fire. Snap the rattler on my shoulder, this fool ain't no liar. They call me Humble D, dominating, being humble. Now I sting you like a bee, kill your talents when you stumble. Mark my vision, bring me down, 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 right to your mumble. I can finally see this ball, but all the fakeness isn't subtle. Who's that with a boom bap? Robbie's in a school rap. Judging makes you wix, so fix a leak on your screw cap. Looking for a tweet on the subject, you threw back. I'm ending all this here, I've got no time for a loop back.
Welcome, guys. Another episode of Tune Talk Review Show. Now, tonight is an exclusive interview, guys, and I can't wait for this show to start. So I'm going to bring her in with my wife. Guys, let me introduce you to Danni Stefanetti. Here she is.
Hello.
Right here.
Hi, Robbie. Hi, Gemma. Hello. Thank you for having me on.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you so
welcome,
much.
man. You're welcome. Thanks for coming on. You know what I mean? Thanks for joining us on the show. It's amazing. It really is. Hopefully we're going to have a great show. We've got some music from you. We're going to have lots of questions. It's going to be great.
I'm excited.
So,
all the way in the UK. So I'm excited
yeah, definitely.
I haven't done a UK interview since I don't know when. So this is going to be fun.
Okay. Well, Christine Parsons, that's my mother. She says good evening.
Hi,
So
Christine.
there you go. She's on
Nice to
every
have you
night,
here.
bless her. She is.
Aww.
She's on every night. She's awesome. So, you got anything you want to say, my love?
No, just when you're ready, we'll start.
Yeah.
When
We're
everybody's
start
ready.
now, then. Yes, I think we should start now. So don't forget, guys, to share, like, and subscribe to everybody. You know, share the love, man. Share the love. That's what it's about, isn't it? Keeping it real. So, Danni.
Yes.
Do you want to introduce yourself and tell everybody about yourself?
Sure thing. So my name is Danni Stefanetti, and I'm an Australian singer-songwriter guitarist, and I'm based in California, out here in the desert. And hello to everybody in Europe and England. I love everybody out there and everybody that listens to my music in London and Liverpool. And I've been playing music since I was 8 years old. And like anybody else that's listening, that's into music, it's just I've loved it since I was a child, and I've been blessed to do it as a living for a very long time now. So here we are.
Awesome. And also, guys, this woman right here is on the chart show of Microbrew Radio Extravaganza. She is.
Shout out to Graham for having me on the Microbrew charts and all his support. Spinning You Got Me Thinking of You and my last record. He has been pushing my music so much in the UK. So thank you, Graham, so much.
Oh, he's awesome.
He's the best.
He's awesome. You know, I mean, even for us, without our music out there on his chart show, do you know what I mean? Like, wouldn't have happened. So it's amazing. It is. So my wife had got first question.
So you said that you've done music since you were young, but what actually got you into music?
Yeah, so I was into dancing, and that wasn't really my thing. I had 2 left feet, but the guitar at the age of around 8 and 9, I was, flicking through the paper, and I chose guitar over the violin, and I started lessons with a great teacher, and I instantly took to it. We were attached at the hip all through my teenage years, and I still haven't put it down. So it was definitely the guitar that got me hooked on music, and my dad's old records and all the rock and roll classics and country classics. And then, I had to sing because no one else was going to sing the songs that an 8-year-old is writing. So my singing, took a bit of time to catch up because I sounded like a tiny little girl. But the songs, I was building up the catalog and learning how to do it, performing at open mic nights, and eventually moving on to bigger things like festivals and that. It was definitely an amazing journey.
Fabulous. So who would you say inspired you to make your music, to go out and make it? Like, was it your parents, or was it you just inspired by somebody, or was it your guitar teacher, or who was it?
I think I had my first guitar teacher was great. He taught me a lot on the acoustic guitar. And then I said to my mom, I want to learn different things. Like I want to learn alternative tuning. So I would try and find out different teachers and learn online and things like that, what I wanted to find and what I wanted to write. But I studied the records of Led Zeppelin, the third album, and I heard Bon Voyant Stomp for the first time, and that got me into open G tuning. And then I was heavily influenced by the Eagles, Peter Frampton, Dire Straits, Eric Clapton.
Oh, Dire Straits.
Yeah.
Eric Clapton is legendary. Legendary, man.
Yeah, and just all those really rock and roll riffs that have stood the test of time. I mean, those songs, how could you not want to learn how to play like that? And
of course.
Hotel California, I knew, I was like, wow, how did they do this? And I got to find out how to play it.
So as you mentioned Dire Straits, so we are from where Dire Straits are from.
You are. Mark Knopfler?
Yeah.
Is he from the same area, Newcastle?
He is.
Wow.
Yep.
County Durham.
County Durham.
That's where he's
So
from.
we live in a place called County Durham, which is outside of Newcastle, and that's where he's from as well.
He is.
Yeah.
Is that close to that's an amazing, because I did a blues festival quite a few years ago out in a place called Cleethorpes. Have you heard of that?
Cleethorpes.
Cleethorpes.
I think it's in Durham. Yeah, it was a blues festival I played at. Yeah, it was a fun time. And
awesome.
So Mark Knopfler, obviously legendary. And then, I was getting into some Shania Twain and Britney Spears and all that, the pop music that was coming through. Yeah. But I don't know, Joe Walsh, In Excess, it all kind of taught me a lot on the guitar, and I just was like trying to find my own sound and write riffs over my song. So I'd take an original song into my guitar lesson and be like, hey, I wrote this. Like, I want to make it, I want to Stevie Ray Vaughan it, And then I would try to find my own sound and all of that.
Awesome. It is. So what is the first song that you want us to play tonight?
Let's go with a song called You Got Me Thinking of You that actually charted it came number 1 on It Is Now radio charts out there in the UK. So thank you to their station too. And I think it's been on the charts with Graham on the Microbrew show. So let's do You Got Me Thinking of You. He did actually an amazing guitar cover, and I so loved it. It was great. He made it like a Beatle kind of cover.
Yeah.
So what is the story behind that song? What are the lyrics about? Are there something special to you, or how did you come about the lyrics?
That song was written under 15 minutes with my manager, Jeffrey Panzer. We weren't expecting to do a whole album together, but that was the first song the last song we wrote for the album, but the first song we recorded. And it's just one of those songs. He came up with the title, and then next thing, I was just jamming on a D chord, and he threw me some middle 8 chords, and it came together. And I was listening to a lot of the Beatles at the time, which you can probably hear in the middle 8.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those feel-good summer songs that we weren't thinking too hard. We just wanted to write something together. Yeah.
It's really catchy, I will say.
Thank you.
It really is. So here it is, guys. This is Danni Stefanetti with You Got Me Thinking of You. Enjoy.
I met this boy, I just can't get him out of my head. It's a Tuesday, drink my coffee, watch TV, go to the city, watch a movie. You got me thinking, whoa, you got me thinking of you again and again. You got me thinking of you again and again. You're going around in my head. Are we just friends? You got me thinking of you. You got me thinking, whoa. You got me thinking of you again and again. You got me thinking of you again and again. You're going around in my head. Are we just friends? You got me thinking of you. And when I'm feeling all alone, just wanna hear your voice on the phone. I get this feeling deep inside, makes me come alive. Come alive. Come You got me thinking of you again and again. You got me thinking of you again and again. Going around in my head. Are we just friends? You got me thinking of you. Hey. You got me thinking of you again and again. Got me thinking of you again and again. You're going around in my head. I can't go to bed. You got me thinking of you.
There you go. Absolutely fantastic. Really is. Absolutely
You can
fantastic.
hear the inspired Beatles bit in it.
Oh, it can.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Definitely. Yeah.
It was such a fun song. I like even the video. I made it in my backyard. It was just like the funnest time ever. And if it wasn't for that song, me getting to know, I was learning how to produce and engineer and everything and put down,
Yeah.
drums, bass, and all of that. If it wasn't for that song, that was like kind of my first test run to see if I could produce.
Okay.
And we
Yeah.
listened back, and I went, "Oh, wow, this has come together after watching all the tutorials online for a couple of weeks." And that was like the tester,
Fantastic.
We were
It's
so
like,
happy with it.
You're like inspired by the Beatles. My grandma had two sisters. Now, one of them's really posh, which is my grandma. We call her Hyacinth Bouquet. Then we had my other one. Then we had my Auntie Enid. My Auntie Enid was the youngest one. She was a rebel. And she used to sneak away down to London to the Cavern. And she got to see Cilla Black when she first started singing there. And she got to see the Beatles before they actually joined as a proper band. It was before there was just bits and bobs added in. She got to see all of them. So, yes.
What an amazing time to be part of. Cilla Black and the Beatles. And wow.
We've had a comment for you.
Incredible.
Very catchy track. That was from Christine Parsons.
Oh, thank you, Christine. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yes,
like
that chorus, trust me, you won't be able to get it out of your head.
Oh, believe me, like we know, like we've played.
We know it off by heart.
We've played that track so many times on this show. Like,
oh,
seriously,
you have. Thank
you'll
you.
have to watch back on the episode because what we do, like with the tracks that played on the chart show, every time they change, we play them tracks. Do you know what I mean? On our shows. So
I love it.
We're always playing the chart show, always. So if your music's there, we're playing it.
Oh, great. You're adding it to the rotation. Can you see all my koalas on my set? I'm on my Danni speaking set right now. In case
It's awesome.
I'm jealous of that mic. Koalas.
I'm jealous of that mic. That mic is awesome.
Is that?
It is. Yeah, the
they
microphone
call
is
it the
awesome, man.
Michael Jackson mic.
Okay.
Yeah, the SM7B, for sure.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah,
I recorded my whole album on this microphone, actually.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, you've got to have a good microphone, haven't you? You know, it's
exactly.
It's good part and parcel, definitely.
It's like having a good guitar. Yeah.
Yeah. Next question, love.
So you do know that you're number 2 this week on the chart show?
I didn't know I'm number 2 this week.
Yeah, Microphone Radio Chart show. You're number 2. You are number 2. Yes, you. The one that we've just played.
Thinking of you.
Oh, really? really? It's come number 2.
Yes.
So people have been voting
Yeah.
in. For
We've
the songs
been
to be on-
voting. We've been voting.
have?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
It must be all my koala bears voting for me.
Oh. So I've got a question for you. What is your creative process like? How do you come around things? Do you just think of something, or do you have a structure that you do?
No, I don't have really any structure when it comes to songwriting. I would say that my formula is drink a lot of green tea. I've always been a daydreamer, and a bit of a space cadet. So that really helps me when it comes to songwriting. In other aspects of life, not so much. But with songwriting, it does. So I found my thing, you know. I can just like daydream, and then whether it's a word or I see something on a movie or I hear one of my friends or someone say something about their relationship, and somehow I use all these stories and I make it into my own little dream.
Fabulous.
And
Yeah.
that's the way I write songs. And usually the best ones I've written are under 5 minutes. They're the ones I don't think too much about. The melody, the guitar, everything comes at the same time. But the production side is definitely takes a lot longer to record and put all the layers down and really find the sound I want, because the raw form of the song, how it comes out, is like very quick. But the production element, you know, I have like 4 layers of drums and bass lines, and it just like things coming and going to make it sound larger than life. That's there's a lot of thought and structure that goes into that. But the prolific side of the original just song, the guts of it, is I would say just pouring my heart and see what comes out. Just press the voice memo and see what comes out.
Comes out, yeah. I like it.
That's how I do it. Yeah.
So how would you best describe your music?
I don't know, what would you guys call my music? Like, after listening to a couple of my songs, what style would you think it is?
See, I think it is like country rock. That's what I feel off it. More country rock.
Yeah, it is like a country rock with a slight hint of pop. Most
Pop,
definitely.
yeah.
I think that sums it up. I would say that my music's like summer pop rock. But I do have you'll hear, especially the whole album of Danni's Diamonds that isn't released. I have a lot of even some Rolling Stones riffs elements in there.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of like blues and jazz that kind of like weaves itself in because I'm a guitar player. But I mean, you know, other artists that I don't know if you guys have heard of Eva Cassidy out in England.
Of course, yeah.
She was pivotal in my vocal styling growing up. Her and Elvis, I listened to make me into the singer that I am. And I'd say Eva Cassidy, in a sense, vocally, she didn't really fit in a box. Like, she's very multi-genre, and I guess that's where I got that from. Like, I didn't really know what genre I was. All I know is I just wanted to make great songs, and I don't know what category that falls into, but I guess it's just like my own little thing. And I guess in the music industry, genres are like whatever anymore. You know, what genre are we?
Well, you've just got to be versatile. You've got to be versatile. You have
I kind of get you, because I don't fit into any genre because I'm versatile on all songs. I do Eva Cassidy, I do all kinds of things. My voice is probably rock, but I can flip my voice to anything. And like people said, "Oh, what genre are you?" And I'm like, I ain't got a clue, love. Do you know what I mean? I can do a bit of this and a bit of that.
You release.
So I get where you're coming from with that, and that's what makes you more unique in music, when you can be so versatile and flip to anything. Like, unfortunately, some people get stuck to one thing where they just rap it all the way through and they can't go off that path, if you know what I mean. Like the Beatles were very versatile with different kinds of music. You know, we had love songs, we had rock songs, we had like, you wouldn't call them pop songs, but if you kind of listen to them, they are quite poppy, if you know what I mean, on some of them as well. So, yeah, I get where you're coming from for that. So, yeah, well done.
I think when you're like writing an album, my collaborator Jeffrey Panzer. I came back. I just come back from a whirlwind trip, working with William Lee Golden in Nashville from the Oak Ridge Boys. So you'd think I'd come back to California and write this country and western yeehaw record, but I came home and I was like, I remember calling my manager and saying, "What's next, Jeff?" And he was like, "Oh, you're gonna make a rock and roll record," because he heard this video of me doing Crazy, a song with a live band I did back in Australia. And he goes, "Why didn't you show me that earlier?" I said, "Oh, well, I don't know. I thought you knew I could rock out." He's like, "No, I only knew you was a folk balladeer, with your like almost dressed like like I was just kind of like all covered up like a church lady, singing my folk songs." And he's like, "Nah, you can rock, girl." I was like, "Yeah, I used to do that, So then we did a little bit of a makeover, and I, straightened my hair and started wearing my leather pants again. And all that little crop
Well, it's
tops,
all
and
about just being
it was
yourself,
fun.
Like
Yeah.
the way I see it, right, and this is where the stereotyping comes in the industry. Like you're like puppet on the strings in the industry. Like you've got to do
Yep.
this and you've got to do that and you've got to change your hair and you've got to do this, you've got to do that. Like to me, just be yourself.
Yeah.
Let yourself shine through.
Yeah.
You should know what you want. Go and get what you want. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So
And you
if
kind of
anybody
found your.
stops- yeah.
I went
Sorry,
back
babe.
to what I was
No, go
basically
on,
doing
Charlie,
at
you're all right.
17. Oh, sorry, Gemma.
No, I was going to say you basically found your niche. Do you know what I mean? With your leather pants and doing it, you found your relaxation point, and this is where you want to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I always used to
Yes.
like just wear jeans and rock out on a guitar solo. That was always me, really. I wasn't.
Yeah.
But even whether it's an acoustic or an electric guitar, I just like to rock out, and that's what my live show is all about. So I don't know why I was going so like ballady for a while, but that's okay. It all comes together. But once I started just like becoming more like myself again, I think that translated in the music and my live show and everything. It's just a lot more like getting people up and dancing again,
Yeah. Yeah.
You could hear your rock voice on that last song. You could hear your growliness on that last song. You can hear it, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more
I mean,
relaxed.
obviously, music production is hard. Like people say to me, "Oh, it's so easy. You just sat there looking at a screen, pressing buttons," and it's not a case of that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I make my beats like Rage from the chart show and a million times. I made from a MIDI keyboard. Like all the melodies and things, and then put the drums together and stuff. And I done all that myself. I had a little bit of help on the mastering side, on a couple of tracks, but that's fine. I'm learning still. Do you know what I mean? So, I just get better and better. And it's like you're just going to grow and grow and grow and go bigger and bigger. Do you know what I mean? And if you've got the right people behind you and the right team to support you, then nothing's stopping you. Definitely not.
I think them letting you be yourself, like if you're able to make your beats yourself and like I'm able to do my tracks, that freedom of taking your time with it and going, no, that's not quite right, and I don't have to wait on studio musicians or an engineer that's gone out to lunch, and we can just like
creative control.
It really is, and that's where you get the real diamonds, because I feel like you're able to just be relaxed and just like and just like turn on the computer and be like, oh, okay, I feel like writing a song now and finishing the production,
because it just gets to a point when you got a producer that comes in and they're like, you're going to do it this way and the way I want it. It's like, hang on a minute, I'm the one performing it, I'm the one singing it, I'm going to do it my way, not your way.
Well, everyone's got a different way of doing it, and as an indie artist, if you're paying for studio time, it's like we're working so hard to do all our gigs to pay that. We never know what we're going to get, right?
Yeah, of course.
We might come home with it and go, well, that wasn't how the song was supposed to be. Sometimes it is. It's great,
It changes. It changes.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's a bit of a risk, but once you get your thing, you're unstoppable.
You've got a good manager, do you know what I mean? He knows your passion, your flow, where you want to be, do you know what I mean? So it's fantastic you've been able to find a manager like that. So
big shout out to Jeffrey.
Hats off to Jeffrey, definitely. Do you know what I mean?
Shout out to Jeffrey.
Hats off to him.
I'm sure he's watching when
awesome.
I'm sure he comes on.
So
you'll be able to see these episodes forever because they'll be out there. So
They'll be
Great.
out there.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
what have
I
you
was-
got in the pipeline at the minute? What have you got coming up? What you're going to be doing? What would you
Yes.
like to promote?
All right. Well, the last couple of months, I just finished doing over 45 local shows out here. It's been a very busy start to the year. I just had word that I can't say who the artist is or the location yet, but this May I will be opening for a very big American rock and roll artist and his band, and I'm going to be the opener
Fabulous.
artist. So that's coming up soon. And what else? I just played at my biggest performance I've ever done in my whole career at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden, the Tennis Open for all the big tennis stars out here in the desert, California
Wow.
desert.
Wow.
And I got to
Okay.
sing America the Beautiful to 16,000 people. So that was definitely
Wow.
just a magical moment. And then the fireworks went off.
Well
On my last
done.
note, it was like, wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
so for an Aussie
Amazing.
girl that's not from here yet, you know,
Yeah.
it's like it was just surreal that America has like been so sweet to me and
Oh, of
embraced me the
course.
way they
Yeah.
have. Yeah, I love it.
That's
Most
beautiful.
So
definitely.
that just recently happened. So upcoming, I have I want to drop more of the music, and I actually want to get back in the studio and do a couple more songs. So we're actually still creating and getting as much content down as possible. Maybe a couple more videos. And I just want to see
Mhm.
what people are loving and do more radio interviews. That's
Yeah.
the plan.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. So what is the next song on Spotify do you want us to
Oh
play?
yeah. Let's do another one from Danny's Diamonds, my upcoming album. This was the song we released on Valentine's Day. Now, this song has got a story behind it. It's very special to me. It's called The Timing Was On. And yeah, it's the music video is directed by Jeffrey Panzer and edited by Evan B. Stone or Evan A. Stone. I always get the A and the B confused. Evan Stone, he's done Three Doors Down. He's done the live videos for people like Michelle Branch and a lot of big
Yeah.
rock pop artists. And
Okay.
I think Jeffrey brought him over from when he was working for Universal or one of the few. He brought Evan over from New York to work with him. And it's been amazing having a powerhouse team like help me with my videos like that. So the video was set in Times Square and I was on a billboard and we were wondering how we were going to make that happen. But you know, with like AI, how you can get like all the stuff going on behind us. So it was kind of cutting out my guitar. So Jeffrey had this idea. He goes, I slept on it, and I thought, yeah, I could put you in the billboard. I went, oh my gosh, that's genius. So I shot it on my iPhone, medium wide and tight and all that. And the guys did their magic, and I was so pleased with it. And the song, I have some orchestration we did in the studio and different things on there. And I really love how the production came out to this one. It's a song about like how a couple meet, or it could be about a friend or a pet or anyone you meet in your journey. And if you're off by just a second, even like opportunity in music, like if you're off by just a second, like that opportunity would have just passed. And it's about that moment in time. We all have it in our lives. We could have gone in a completely different direction, but for some reason the timing was on. And that's the concept of the song. Yeah.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Well, what we'll do, we're going to play this song, and then after the song, we'll take a little break so you can go and get a drink, and everybody else can get a drink.
Thanks.
Yeah, you know,
My
we
hot
need to have that
chocolate.
little break, don't we? Well, if you want to have a hot chocolate, that's up to you, mate.
I'll have a cup of tea. A cup of tea.
A cup of tea.
Cup of tea, love. Cup of tea, love.
In it.
Innit?
I should do the whole rest of the next interview in a British accent like that.
That's the one. That's the one.
Everyone would be confused.
I'm like, what's she doing?
She's
We're gonna have to
from England.
change all the promotion. We're gonna have to change the flyers, the radio shows, everything. So here we
All
go.
right. Cheerio.
This is The Timing Was On by Danni Stefanetti. Here we go.
heart and tell you my life. I don't know what it's like to be with you now and hold you tonight. I'll try to write the song, maybe I'll go another day. Maybe you'll hear my song playing on the radio one day. But if the timing was off by just 1 second, if the timing was off, I would have never mentioned. But if the timing was wrong, I'm so glad that it wasn't. 'Cause the reason that I wrote this song is the timing was on. Now I know how to laugh when you're not far away. You're here with me, babe. Now I know who to call if my world fell to pieces or you catch my fall. I'll try to write this song, maybe I'll go another day. Baby, you hear my song, none of these feelings will stay. But if the timing was off by just 1 second, if the timing was off, I would have never mentioned. But if the timing was wrong, I'm so glad that it wasn't. 'Cause the reason that I wrote this song is 'cause the timing was on. Oh, oh, oh. If it was off by a second, I wouldn't know your name. If it was off by a second, how my life would have changed. Now I know what it's like to tell you my heart, and tell you my life. Now I know what it's like to be with you now and hold you tonight. And hold you tonight. I'll try to write this song. Oh, I'll try to write this song. 'Cause the timing is on. Oh, oh. It's just the timing was on.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you, guys.
That was really, really good. That, like, them
Does
vocals.
it take
Wow.
you to? It makes you feel like you're in New York, doesn't it? That song, like you're
So,
walking through
it's-
in a movie.
You know, I know it sounds stupid, but have you ever seen the film Never Been Kissed?
I think I have, but like, is it Drew Barrymore?
It
Yeah.
is, yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Like you can hear that, you can hear that music kind of like in a film like that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Scene type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very emotional. Very emotional.
very emotional.
Yeah.
Very, very.
Yeah, I definitely like
But-
that.
Very different to the first track, isn't it?
Most definitely.
Very.
Most definitely. But refreshing, you know, to
Thank
hear
you.
that, because obviously we've been hearing, like, got me thinking of you for
Yeah.
weeks. You know what I mean? And even though we could have played your other tracks, we deliberately haven't, because we wanted to wait for this interview to hear a few little
Oh,
other
yeah.
tracks. So, yeah.
That's great. Well, I like
Yeah,
to
it's
surprise
nice.
people, and that was definitely like a lot of the other songs from Danny's Diamonds, the album, are a lot more rocking than Timing Was
Yeah,
On, but
yeah,
that was like the ballad in the album. And I was like,
yeah,
I'm just in
yeah.
love with it. It has to be a Valentine's Day song. I mean, how can I
Oh,
not?
it's amazing.
You
It
know?
is. It is amazing. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a little tiny break.
Okay.
So I'm gonna leave my wife to leave off of what she always usually says.
It's
Come
fine.
on,
We'll just go for the break tonight.
come on, a little drinkle and a little tinkle, and I'll see you in a little winkle or whatever it is you usually say.
There you go. You just said it.
I love it.
Hello, we're back.
Hello.
We're back. Yes, we're back. Do you enjoy that little break? It's usually longer, if I'm honest
I
with
did.
you,
And
but you know, we just want to get back in and get on with the show. You know what I
my
mean? 'Cause it's like
laptop, I was like, where's
enjoyment.
my charger? My laptop was like going dead. I was like, oh, this is not good timing.
Yeah. Well, if that ever
So
happens,
you
you
should have
can
seen
use your
me during
phone.
that.
If that ever happens, you
Yes.
can use your phone. So at least that's a
Okay.
good thing.
Yes. Good backup.
Well, we've had some comments. We had Christine Parsons. She says awesome,
Yay,
and she
Christine.
says, "Wow, love it, Danny."
Oh,
So
thank you.
she loved that last track, most definitely.
Thank you. Hope you
Yeah.
related to it. I hope everybody relates to that song out there that's listening.
I'm sure they would. I'm sure they would.
Definitely.
You know, definitely. It was a really good song.
It's a
So
pretty deep song, really. It's not like the first one, that catches you straight away. It takes a couple of listens.
yeah,
So
of course. I just found the emotion from it. You know, like
yeah,
for me,
a lot.
when you're playing a melody, whether you're making it up or you're playing a cover or whatever,
Mhm.
you've got to feel the emotion in that music, in
Right.
that melody, you know, and that's what I felt in that. I just felt the emotion to it,
Good.
you know. It was really good. It was real. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
It was
Yeah,
real.
it came from
Definitely.
a real place. The timing was on, and I just hope more people connect with it and the music video and just the song itself.
Yeah,
It's a
of
love
course.
story.
And that's
Mhm.
what it's about.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
That's what
See,
music's about. It's about making people feel something, whether
it
it's
is.
like, and I hope that my music uplifts people when they hear it.
Yeah. So we've had a message here. Hey up, Danny. Great to hear you. Great tracks. Well done on sitting high at number 2 on the charts. That is Graham.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Graham. And I can't wait to do a shout out today for your show as well, because I love what you're doing on microbrew charts. And I'm also going to check out your music because I didn't realize that you got some songs out there. So I'm going to be looking you up after this.
Yes. GD Music. Go and check him out. Yes. He's a diamond in the rough. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's the way I say it, you know. Brilliant artist.
Love it.
And he doesn't give himself enough credit. And he should.
Oh,
You
that's
know, he
brilliant.
should. Definitely.
Well, I
So
got my cup of tea with me.
You got your cup of tea.
Cup of tea,
I'm
mate.
ready. I'm ready for
Cup of
these
tea, mate.
questions. I'm ready for these questions.
Oh, she's got them. She's got the questions.
Do you want to tell people where they can find you? Do you want to plug all your links and everything like that so people know where to go and whatnot?
Yeah. Well, you can find me in California. I'm just kidding. But at DanniStefanetti.com, there's all my tour dates, videos, music, biography, all of that. And it just got updated. It looks really fun now, so I'm really happy with it. And there's also all my press and interviews, and your interview is going to be up there soon, guys, once this is out.
Awesome.
What else? All my social media, Instagram, Twitter,
Yeah.
YouTube, all that. Like
Twitter,
Twitter.
mate.
I had to do it. Come on. And then where else? Facebook, of course. I got a lot of videos on there. So everybody come say hi, comment on my stuff, and I'll try to get back to you and say hello and tell me where you came from. And yeah, what else? Oh yeah, and on my merch store on my DanniStefanetti.com, I also have like signed CDs, signed posters, and a whole bunch of koala merch because people wondering why I love koalas. Well, everybody that listens to my music, I call them my little koala bears, okay? It came from my show, Danni Speaking, that I was doing for a while on Facebook, and then it just kind of caught on, and then I just kept it. So now I have these like Australiana koala bundles with like my posters, signed CDs, and all like little Australian treats, like personalized from me.
That's awesome.
So yeah, go jump onto my merch store. You might get a bit of a giggle out of it, you know.
Hey, it is what it is, you know. Like
I like the quirkiness of it, you know. And there's nothing more that I hate than going. See, I'm a bit different to everybody out there, okay? I like going onto a website that catches my eye. You know, you when you go to a website and you just scrolling, it's like, oh, boring. And then you come across a website like it's got something exciting on. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah. Well, it's about again. We go back to you just being you, and it shines. Do you know what I mean? So that's what it's about, definitely. So yeah,
you all got to be ourselves because you can't be anything else. Otherwise, you're just competing against. Like, I've never really felt like I needed to compete or in the music business. Like, I never really saw it as a business. I kind of just was like doing it because I wasn't good at anything else, you know. I had to play the guitar because I was like, what else can I do? You know, this is my thing. So I think when you just like putting out music that you love, you hope that people love it too. But if they don't, at least I know I put out my favorite song. You know? So you just gotta. I think if you don't like it, I mean, what's the point?
Yeah, you've got to self-promote. You know, if you don't, like. People always say to me, "Oh, why don't you pay like for these big, massive packages to get your music promoted everywhere?" Well, no. If I want to send it to my family and friends, it's going to go even further. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like
they really believe in it.
Yeah, of course. You know, out of 5,000 people, you'll have 5 people that'll truly support you.
Yeah.
You know, and that is the reality of it. You know, and people don't realize that. They think, "Oh, I've got 400 followers." No, you haven't. You got 2. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how it is, you know. But you just got to keep pushing. It doesn't matter how many followers you've got. You just got to keep pushing.
Right.
You know,
it's about quality over quantity, and sometimes you can get like 1 million views on something, but then if it's like not an original song or not like your exact style that you are, like it's hard to convert it. So I think it's just like sticking true, like, and interviews like this and just like connecting with people one-on-one at live shows. I feel like that's my best way because people truly see, like, for 3 hours, I'll see my set and they see what I actually do. Whereas social media is a great tool, but there's a lot of like things out there. So if we can like truly, you know, people actually, we get their attention and they're giving us their time to come and watch us live, I think that's a real treat. That people are giving us their time and enjoying when we put on a show or a DJing like yourself and different things. And I'm sure you perform live as well. So yeah, it's like, it's the rush that we get I hope, yeah, people get a rush from music, but we also get that back, that it becomes addictive. We can't stop playing live. That's how I
Yeah,
feel.
of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to say, love?
So, what is the best advice ever given to you? And what advice would you, because you said you started off when you were young, what
Mhm.
advice would you give to the younger generation from your perspective as well? Because they are scared of what people think, you know, bullying. Social media is the worst place,
You
do you
get a
know what
lot
I
of haters.
mean?
You get a lot of
To,
haters out there, and a lot of people don't know how to handle the haters.
Yeah.
You know,
so
so
what advice has been given to you that you've stuck by, and what advice would you give them?
But the advice that I'd give young kids or people that other singers or guitar players that want to get into the music, whether they're young girls or young boys, I think what worked really well for me, I think what my parents did really great. My dad used to go to all the gigs with me and do it and be like my road manager. So I was very grateful for that for many, many years until I moved to the States. But what I really was thankful for is, well, I didn't really watch much TV growing up. I did for the jingles to like learn a couple of songs and movies, but I didn't get sidetracked. My mum wasn't trying to put me in language or different things. I actually decided to pull out of school and just focus on music. So I think that, not saying that kids should drop out of school or nothing like that.
yeah,
It's just that for my personality type, I didn't fit into, like, I couldn't read theory. I wasn't like, I didn't fit into like a school system or like the way
Yeah.
it was that
yeah,
you're a really great musician because you're getting an A in this. Well, I wasn't quite. I got an F, like, because I
yeah,
couldn't understand what the notes were. I couldn't sight
yeah,
Yep.
read, so I couldn't.
Mhm.
yeah.
I didn't
I
want to
can't
join
read
the
music.
choir because I
Yeah,
couldn't.
I can't read music. I just by ear. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So
Like,
like, just because like you're taught to do it one way, my teacher, my
yeah,
guitar teacher said we're gonna learn by ear. So I took to it like, wow, this is like amazing. I'm already playing
hmm,
songs. And then eventually you
yeah,
learn the pentatonic scales and stuff. But
yeah,
just because you don't learn like everybody else, or I was maybe seen because I was daydreaming, and some of my peers may have seen me as, I don't know, looking back, maybe spaced out, or I don't know what they saw me
yeah,
as, but I certainly wasn't normal. So I think that my parents gave me over 7 hours a day to just go
hmm,
off into my room and just create. And I think I wasn't trying to compare with another girl or trying to be like this person or dress like that person. I literally
hmm,
would just flick through records and figure out what I liked and what I didn't like, and then let my like teenage years grow with, sometimes I was dressing like, what the heck was I wearing? Like, who let me out like that, you know?
yeah,
But then other times I started to look a bit better. So I think those years are for like finding yourself, and you're not going to get it right every time.
no,
I've put out songs that, I missed the note, or my guitar playing wasn't like exactly how I
hmm,
would play now.
of course,
But that's
yeah,
part of the journey. So don't be too hard on
Exactly.
yourself, like,
yeah.
because
You
I
have to
don't
make
think,
mistakes. You
Um,
have to make mistakes.
you know, it's
don't
nice
like, yeah.
hearing. It's nice hearing like stories from different countries, because I feel Americans and Australians families, they back their children up with music or theatre arts or anything like that. In the UK, it's very different. Our parents, if we say we want to be singers, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever, go and get a job. That's our
Yeah,
system.
Some parents, yeah, some
really?
parents are
If
like
you
that.
look at our famous singers, Freddie Mercury's family
Yeah,
didn't back
yeah.
them up. Cilla
Yeah,
Black's family
Oh,
didn't back her up. Some of the Beatles
oh,
families didn't back
wow.
them up. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
we've always
yeah.
had that stigma where,
Wow.
like, it's always been, that is not a job. Go and get a job,
yeah.
if you know what I mean,
Oh,
kind of
okay.
thing.
It's actually
So
harder in the UK to make
yeah,
it in the industry. It
yeah,
is, you know.
Wow.
definitely.
Actually,
So
I see where you're coming from, because like, I guess when I was 16 and I was playing 7 hours a night the guitar
Hmm,
and wanted to learn as much as I possibly could on it, I didn't think about money or buying a house one day. That as a 17-year-old or 16, you don't think about that. You just know, I'm out of here. See you later, guys. I want to be a rock star. But like my dad and mum did say to me, Danny, this is your choice. But they backed me 100%. But I think in specifically the entertainment industry, I think, you know, for me, I didn't want a backup plan because I knew exactly what I wanted. I was going to go for it. But I don't think that's for everyone. I think you got to like assess what you want in life and like this and that. But I think that if there's a will, there's a way. And sometimes when you don't have a backup plan, it makes you find an option when it looks like nothing is possible. So sometimes people will tell you you have to do pay for play or you have to like do it this way. But there's sometimes just because everyone's doing it that way doesn't mean there isn't another way of doing it that can work for you, because we're all different. There's going to be a different formula for you. So, you know, I never went to college. That wasn't for me. You know, I'm not, maybe one day, maybe not.
See, I was the total opposite. I left school and joined the army. I wanted to run around with guns. Do you know what I mean? It's just, you know, like, I just crazy. Rob had backup from his family. They were all musicians. There is a small percentage in the UK that families do back them up. But like my dad's side of the family, they were all singers. But I know if I was a young child and I went to my mum or my grandparents and told them I wanted to be a singer, they would have told me to go and get a job. They wouldn't have backed me up. Do you know what I mean? And it annoys me because they like people like Freddie Mercury, like the Beatles, ELO and all the rest of it, where they were rejected by their families saying that you couldn't do it, you couldn't do it, you know, and they back them up, but they wouldn't like back me up if I wanted to do it.
See, I
Mm.
started this label like DGB Music Media. That's my father's name. He died when I was 17. And I'm like 30, I'm 38-year-old now, you know, and obviously this started in 2016, you know, trying to help people record our own music, stuff like that. And basically, you know, even having you on, you know, for who you're managed by, what you do and things like that, it's an achievement for my label. You know what I mean? It really is, you know, so like,
well, it's an honor to be on this, and thank you guys for supporting all the
like,
indie artists
all
like
these
myself.
episodes, they're amazing. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play another track, and then after that, with another little talk, like Gemma will ask you some questions, and then we'll play your last track to finish off.
You guys are great, and I don't know enough about the UK industry and how much harder it is to live in London and come out like that in Australia, but I do know that you guys have a lot of amazing songwriters and Coldplay and Ed Sheeran and Passenger and like all these amazing singer-songwriters coming out of there. That wow, the UK has it all.
There's a lot of underrated singers, you know, like myself, my wife. We don't get the look in. We don't get the support because people would rather go and support somebody who's got 50,000 follows instead of somebody with 100. You know, it's that is the stigma. That's the way it is. You know, but we just keep pushing and we just keep doing what we're doing. You know,
exactly.
So, what song would you like playing next?
Let's do "Crazy for Loving You."
And what's that one about?
That one I wrote when I was about 16, and I just love this song. I want to like re-release it, and it's got some really fun riffs in there. You'll hear a bit of Hendrix influence in the riffs. And it's just a good feeling song. You know, driving down the highway. Driving fast down the highway, that kind of song.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Right, so here it is. Crazy for Loving You by Danni Stefanetti.
When the moon lights up the sky when the sun sets in your eyes, and this moment feels so right. Everything's alright. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Honey, let's drive away. Let's turn some heads and take the fastest highway. Let's make some noise tonight, 'cause everything's alright. Everything's just fine. Oh, the break of day is here to stay. Growing more and more like you in your crazy way. Crazy, all the crazy things you do. And baby, let's drive all night until we find the truth. Come away with me, and I'll come away with you. They think I'm crazy for loving you. Ooh, for loving you, baby. When your smile lights up mine, but they can't help but roll their eyes. Let's put all their words behind, alright, and move on with our lives, 'cause everything's alright, baby. Oh, the break of day is here to stay. Growing more and more like you in your crazy ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, crazy. All the crazy things you do. And baby, let's drive all night until we find the truth. Come away with me, and I'll come away with you. They think I'm crazy for loving you. Ooh, for loving you, baby. Oh, yeah. Crazy, all the crazy things you do. And baby, let's drive all night till we finally find the truth. Come away with me, and I'll come away with you. They think I'm crazy, yes they do. They think I'm crazy for loving you. For loving you.
Wow.
You rock it, girl.
Wow.
Go for it.
That's what I was talking about. That was the rocking song.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Honest, that was really. I love the harmonies in that. You know,
Yeah.
like the deep, like the male with the female. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
brilliant. It
There's
really
banjo
was good. that.
going in there.
Yeah, like
Fun.
Love
Yeah.
the banjo.
guitarist,
Love the banjo.
Yeah.
the guitarists were fire. Seriously.
Well, if you ever want to do a UK collab, I'm always here. You're my kind of
Aw.
girl.
Yeah,
Well,
check her out.
I haven't. Oh, I'll have to check out your music, Gemma. What stage name do you go under?
So I'm under Gemma P. I'm under like DGB Music Media. I'm also in the charts. I've done a cover by Brandy Carlisle, The Story.
Oh,
I don't know if you've
wow.
ever. So I'm on the charts with that one, so you can listen to that one. I've wrote my own stuff as well. I did stop
Beautiful.
writing after my granddad passed away. I wrote a song for him, and that kind of stopped me writing. But we had a fantastic lady on, another artist called Maxine McLennan, and she has kind of kicked my booty to get back like into it again, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got all sorts out there.
we basically create from home. You know, like
Oh, amazing.
we don't gig. We just do what we're
Mhm.
doing now and create
Yep.
music from a little studio. You know,
I love it.
and we just do what we can. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Maybe one day,
That is
you
grassroots.
know, but we just keep going, just keep pushing. That's all we
Well, I
can
love
do.
what you guys are doing, and you know, it's great to see a couple like you guys, you know, like pushing
Appreciate
indie
that.
artists, because like, you know, it's refreshing. And
Well,
I think
it's
you are
old school.
one of the first UK talk shows I've been on. So
Okay.
I've been on a couple of in Europe, but this
Yeah,
is my
yeah.
first in Newcastle.
Wait,
Guys
to
are my
me,
first.
it's the old school way, you know,
Yeah,
and
it is.
to me, the music industry should be brought back the old school way. It
And
really
that's
Back
should.
what,
when we used to meet at gigs, that's how like why kind
yes.
of like we were connecting now. Like we used to just talk and chit chat after a
Mhm.
gig, and hey, dude, do you want this gig? I can't play on Friday. Do you want the Thursday? And then I
Yeah,
have to check out your music on the CD, on the actual CD, you know.
And
yeah.
that's what I was going to ask you, like, how do you feel like the internet impacted on music? Because I feel it's kind of impacted a lot on music now. Like, how do you feel it's impacted on music?
I think that it's hard to get people's attention span to listen to a
Yeah.
whole song, never mind a whole
Yes.
album, because of the TikTok, you know, or the reels on. I think it's a good thing on like artists like us can reach millions of people through even just one piece of content, or a photograph can go viral. But I think that like you know, probably you and I go back to the old school of playing live a 3-hour set where I'm playing like a multi-genre mix of getting you on the dance floor and my original songs and telling the stories behind those songs. So yeah, I am like pretty old school as well about that.
Yeah,
So like, and
yeah.
people come and get my CDs and that at the end, and I like to talk to people and see where they're from and what they loved about the show, and
Yeah.
stay, you know, connected online. And I think that some of that gets lost, but luckily I think there is quite a bit of that out here in America where people still love to go out live and connect with indie artists. So yeah, I'm all about that. So like, I don't want to like get too caught up if like a video gets 1 million views. It's like, the reality is like the people that I play to on a Tuesday night or something, like I want to hear what they really loved as well, because it's nice to have a bit of both. But
Of course.
See,
going
I know where
viral isn't everything.
I know where you're on about, because I put my song on there, the story. I got like 5,000 views and something like got
Great.
200
Yeah.
likes. I done a stupid video of this Chick-fil-A girl. Okay, you've probably seen it on TikTok, the Chick-fil-A girl.
I haven't
If you
seen
go,
it.
well, I got 42,500 views.
Wow.
I got over 20,000 likes
She did.
and 800 and I was like, hold on a minute, I've just put a song out there. Do you know what I mean? And this stupid video is getting more than my damn blooming song.
always
Do you
the
know what I
way.
mean? Like,
Yeah,
what?
you could have just had your song underneath that. That would have been even better, you know.
I think what we might do
Exactly.
is like I'll take my wife out and go and get a chicken costume and just film her running around the house making stupid
Do
noises.
you know, like,
You know, that'll probably get more views.
see, that's the thing with TikTok. You like, I'm a collaborator and a creator for TikTok as well. And
Oh,
like,
wow,
it depends. It depends how it goes. Sometimes it can go really well.
Yep.
Sometimes it can go really bad. But the problem we've got at the minute is TikTok is getting banned in so many countries now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is going to be America. It's going to be banned in a lot of countries in America. That's going to stop all these top creators who depend on making the money through that have done this for years and years. It's going to ruin them, if you know what I mean. So I think like with the internet, 1 minute you can have it and the next minute you can lose it.
Yeah.
So if you
I
don't
think
put
it's
yourself
nice
out,
to have like, you got to put yourself out there on social media and live. I think you got to do a bit of both.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like, you're doing it the right way, going out there and being in with the public. So if the internet did ever crash, you've always got, you've always got them fans who you can go out and gig in front of all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas some internet singers, they don't have that. They just have TikTok as their platform.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And if that ever crashed, they don't have anybody to go out and gig for, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Every artist is different, I guess, like with their
Yeah.
style of music. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Hmm.
So, what is the last song you want us to play tonight?
Well, this next one is called "Say So Bye Bye Baby," and
So I
this
need to
one
find
got over 3 million. Just that song alone got over 3 million streams across Facebook and Instagram Reels, talking about social media.
Fabulous.
On my distribution,
Fantastic.
I didn't even promote it or put any marketing money behind this
Yeah.
album, and that song just kept. I don't know if it like got picked up on a algorithm or something, but my distribution showed me. I was like, what the heck? So this is one of my favorite rocking songs. It's got that Rolling Stones kind of dun 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 dun. So yeah.
Right.
But I just want to thank you guys for taking your time out, and Graham for, you know, playing me on Microbrew as well. All you guys do on Microbrew. So yeah, thank you for having an Aussie artist like me on your show, and I want to like cheer you guys on with what you're doing and your original music, because we're all in this together. Like we're all trying to like work out this crazy industry.
Yeah. Oh no, most definitely. So what I need to do, because it's Spotify for you, innit? You know what I mean? So is it a live version?
You can do the live one, yeah.
'Cause
Live
that's
at
the
Big
only.
Bear.
It's the only one that's coming up. It's just your live version on Spotify.
that'll work.
So
I like a live version. I do.
yeah,
Let's do it.
yeah, definitely. It's different, isn't it?
Because we're just speaking
So-
about live shows and stuff. So
Exactly.
that
So
works.
yeah,
yeah.
fits in perfect.
So here we go. This is "Say So Bye Bye Baby" by Danni Stefanetti.
This is my last song. You guys have been an amazing crowd to perform to. And thank you for listening to my music. It means the world to me. My name is Danni Stefanetti. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. And bye-bye, baby, bye-bye to you. I'm heading back down under. Sing with me. Bye-bye, baby, bye-bye to you. I'm heading back down under. Bye-bye, baby, bye-bye to you. I'm heading back down under. Yeah. Bye-bye, baby, bye-bye to you. I'm heading back down under. I'll be there real soon. It sure is nice getting to know you. And try, honey, see my point of view. I really want to stay and talk all night with you. Ooh, I got a lot to tell you. And I stay too long for the show. Oh, I stayed long enough to know. And I'll stay if you say so. And leave and to be on your way. Go and get yourself together, go and change your ways. It's got a little habit of leading Australian girls astray. Well, I fell right into you, and you are all not love, but it's all straight through. And sometimes I just do as you say to. Oh, I do. And I stay too long for your shows. Oh, I stay long enough to know. And I'll stay if you say so. Baby, baby, you got a hold on me. I was leaving, packing up my things. And honey, now Have you seen my coat? You said, baby, you don't have to go. And I'll stay 'cause you said so. Bye bye, baby, bye bye to you. I'm heading back down under. Bye bye, baby, bye bye to you. I'm heading back down under. And bye bye, baby, bye bye to you. I'm heading back down under. Thank you. I hope you guys had a great time.
Amazing. That was fire. Like, even like hearing a recording and then seeing that live, hearing that live, you can vision it. Do you know what I mean? Vision all them
Yeah.
people. It's really, really good.
Do you know?
That. I mean,
Do you know
I
who
was
you
so
remind me of?
dramatic. My intro was like, and thank you and good night. You know, maybe that's why I got more views.
Do you know who you remind me of?
Who?
Stevie Nicks. Stevie
Oh,
Nicks.
yeah,
That's who
okay.
you
I
remind me
love
of.
Stevie
Yeah.
You
Nicks.
really do. You
I-
really, really do.
I felt that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, I love her.
Fabulous.
Good.
It's and
She's
now
great.
we can see how versatile you are in your music. Do you know what I mean? We start with the first one, then getting it to second, then get more rocky and
Yeah.
really hats off to you,
Yeah.
and
Thank
hats off
you.
to Jeffrey as well for doing everything he's doing for you.
Yeah,
Oh,
amazing.
very
He's
blessed.
amazing. And,
Yeah.
like, see, managers, they don't get a lot of credit, like, because there's a lot of phony ones out there. There is. And there's a lot of people just wanting to just make money from you and this and that. When you get somebody real and
Yeah.
is interested in your well-being and caring about you and things like that,
Right.
and he's there for you as number one priority,
Yeah.
you can't get any better than that, man. And you are
Definitely
on the
not.
right track, most definitely. You're on the right
Thank
track.
you. Yeah,
really
he's
are.
worked with some of the best in the business. It's like
Do you
to have
know?
his belief and support, and I know he's like already made it, so it takes that thing where you hear like horror stories or bad stories,
Yeah.
but I feel like he really truly believes in my music and who I am, so
You're
He
blessed.
really does, because I was the one who was talking with him via emails, and he wasn't big-headed. He wasn't, like, look at me, look at me, look at me. I've done this and I'm doing this and I've got this, and nothing like that. Such
We didn't even know who he was at first when he was
Yes.
emailing.
I was like,
Yeah.
can I
Yeah, he's
ask what
very
your name
humble.
is, please? And like, we told us his name, and like, obviously we done our research and found out, and he was really humble. And I'm a white witch, so I'm an empath as well, and you can feel he is old school, and you can feel a very lovely aura and vibe off him. So
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I think you've got a good manager there. I really do.
Thank
And
you.
you're both doing fantastic together, because you've got to push each other, don't you?
Yeah.
You've got to.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
we do. We push each
And
other,
you've def-
and I think we try to achieve greatness. It's a
Yeah,
team
and you
effort, that's
definitely-
for sure.
You definitely bounce off each other, 100%.
Yeah.
You've got that spark and connection where you bounce off one another. Fabulous.
Definitely.
Absolutely
Oh.
fabulous.
And hopefully,
He's a
you
true
keep in
music
touch.
lover.
Well, hopefully
Yeah.
we all
God
keep in
love him.
touch, and
Oh yeah.
you keep supporting us, what we're doing. We'll keep supporting you, keep voting for your music as well. You know what I mean? That's what it's
Thank
about.
you.
Showing support to each other.
Thanks,
you know?
Robbie. Thanks, Gemma.
Um,
Massive
like
tap.
it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. It really has. And my mother, bless her, she's number one fan of
Hi,
our show.
Christine.
She says strong vocals,
Oh
power.
wow.
So big up, Danny. Yeah.
From a little tiny girl to these big vocals, there. There you
No.
go.
It's like, where do they come from?
Yeah, I think that's the Italian in me. That
Oh,
I'm half
wow.
Italian.
So Robert De Niro, if you're watching this interview, get in touch.
But have you
Honestly,
guys
Danny,
had any others? Sorry.
when we were trying to say your surname to start off with, we're like, is it Stefanetti, Stefa who?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
couldn't.
And we're like, we feel so embarrassed. Are
Yeah,
we getting it right?
I was like hoping
hard
and
one to
praying
say.
that we say your name right. Do you know what I mean? It's like, please do not
I've
mess
had
up on this show.
Stefaziante, Stefanotti, Stefiante. I've had all sorts. It's okay.
I was calling you Stefanati.
Spaghetti.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
I used
But
to
no.
get
See,
called spaghetti in school.
with our accent, we kind of drop letters as well.
Yes.
So we say like Stefanetti. Do you know what I mean? It's like if we like kind of drop letters, and we're very very forward with our letters. If you know what I mean.
Can be, yeah.
Well, just call me Danny. And I know
Yeah.
you guys have the Danny Minogue out there in England.
Yeah.
We love Kylie.
Do you know?
Kylie
She's only 2 foot, bless her.
Do you know? I'm the same
She's
height.
tiny.
I'm the same height as Kylie Minogue. Okay, so I can't say nothing about it.
I was lucky. See, I was lucky. I was wanted to marry a midget gem, and I did. I got one. So
Not me. But like I used to watch her when she like was in like all of the programs before she even started her singing. Was it with Jason Donovan where they done it? Was it especially for you or something like that?
yeah.
I haven't seen.
Yeah, especially for
Actually
you.
for you.
Yeah, that
Oh
one.
yeah, this is where,
Good
because I
one.
mean I'm 42 coming up. Do you know what I mean? So showing my age. But yeah, go and watch some of her younger stuff. She was a dainty dot then.
Yeah, she was, yeah. In Neighbours and that.
Yeah,
yeah.
she was
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? You know. But yeah. So what we're gonna do, we'll let you go, and then obviously we're gonna finish up just saying goodbye to everybody and everything else, and then we're gonna be ending
Okay.
ourselves. So
Great. Well, you guys have a
it's
lovely arvo or evening.
yeah,
And
man,
thanks
definitely.
again. Thanks again for your support over there in Newcastle, UK.
Oh, you're
real
welcome,
treat.
man. You're welcome. Thank you again for coming on our show, and keep in touch, man. You know,
And
it'd be awesome.
feel free. You can send your music in. We can play it on our
Great.
review shows as well. So
Yeah.
just feel free.
Any tracks you want, you know. So if there's music that we haven't played tonight, you can send it in. We're on tomorrow night, so you can send it in for tomorrow night's show.
Yep.
So
Oh
that's
wow!
nice.
Well, I
Yeah.
can post this and tell other indie artists to come and
Of course you can.
on
Yeah.
an interview
Yeah.
on
This
the
is what it's
show.
about. See, what I like to do, I've got like this little video that I made, because all this, you know, the little background, the intro is me rapping with my beats that I make, you know, the little break that we do, that's the beat that I made, you know what I mean?
Jeez.
So I like to do like little bits. So we've got this
Very
little
talented.
thing here.
Yes.
So we say free music promotion. Send your tracks or links to tunetalkreviewshow@gmail.com for some real and honest feedback. There you go. Look at
And
that.
just before Danny goes as well, she is on the Microbrew Radio chart, unsigned chart show. Get me words out. She is number 2 on the list, guys, and the voting is open. So, yes, you took my place.
Guys, I did. Sorry.
You did. How dare you take my place?
It wasn't me. It was my koalas.
It's all the koala fans, man. That's what it is, isn't it?
No, it's good. I was over the moon when
that's
you got the
awesome.
number, like when you were up there, number 2. I was like, go on, girl.
See, you like koalas, I like monkeys. So
cheeky monkeys. Oh yeah,
see,
you
the
got
thing
a
is,
cheeky monkey right there.
I fell out with him because he's supposed to be my co-producer, and every time I leave the room, he doesn't do any work. So I'm not happy with him.
Well, that's because he's a cheeky monkey.
Yeah,
exactly.
very cheeky monkey. Yeah. He's called Bob.
Oh, Bob. Bob's off the job right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
He certainly is. Yeah, I haven't paid him for about 4 weeks, so. Yeah. So yeah.
All right, y'all.
It's been lovely speaking to you.
It's been great speaking to you guys, and have a lovely arvo.
Yeah,
You
definitely,
too.
man. You take care. God bless.
Bye.
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 Bye. So there you go. That was Danni Stefanetti. Absolutely amazing artist. Amazing. And I'm shocked tonight. Are you, sweetheart? Like, you know, the music that we've heard tonight, I am.
The progression through different like genres was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Fantastic, and such a
It really
stunning,
was.
beautiful lady as well.
Mm-hmm.
That Danny is. So, guys, get behind her. Like I said, she's number 2. Can we push it to number 1? You never know. You never know.
You never know.
But you got to get behind it to do this, guys. Do you know what I mean? Come on, you know, she's a young lady out there trying to make it, and the only way she's going to do that is if we back her. If we back her. Same with all the artists. If we back them, you never know how far they're going to go.
Exactly. You know, so I just want to like thank like everybody that watches this show. Please don't forget to subscribe, like this post as well, so we know that you appreciate it, and leave your comments if you are watching on, you know, replay, #replay in your comments, so we know that who's watched and shown support. You don't have to. Remember, none of this is forced on anybody. You don't have to show support. You don't have to send music in. It is totally free, and it's totally up to you if you want to. It really is. So it has been a really good night tonight. I want to thank the sponsors, Steve Little, Mad About Musicals, and Graham Drayton for Micro Brew Radio Chart Show Extravaganza. And big up Jeffrey, the manager, Danni Stefanetti. See, look, nearly messed up, but I got it right. So
yes, thank you, Jeffrey, for your correspondence and your lovely emails.
Yeah, it's been great. It has,
definitely.
Because some
thank
people
you.
don't get in touch, do they, sweetheart? Some people, like don't get in touch till the last minute, and you guys kept in touch all the way, so that's awesome. It is.
And thank you for Danny coming on and answering all my questions. Bless her, she's probably thinking, "Oh my God, woman, are you going to shut up with these questions?" But she done absolutely amazing, beautiful girl, lady. I shouldn't say girl, lady. Yes, so guys, get behind her.
Yeah, most definitely. So it is much love from me, Robbie P.
Much love from me, Gemma P.
And it's much love from all the DGB team, Microbrew Radio. Much love to you as well, all the team at Microbrew Radio. And we will see you tomorrow night at 10 p.m. to 11. We've got some music from Cinematic and hopefully some music from Danni Stefanetti, as well as the new list on the Chart Show Extravaganza.
Yep.
So, yes, it's going to be a very interesting night, guys. So stay tuned and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Lights got all ties like the flies in the sky, soaring high, I'm on a level, win a medal, time to fly. Lost spies, woodwicking drama in the night, time to fight. I'm not dying for a sinner with no sight and no light. Knocking off the wickets like a quickest on a wire. Click that bang, shots are fired, running from life desire. Making a labor run with an aim of small fire. Slap the rapper on my shoulder, this fool ain't no liar. They call me Humble D, dominating, being humble. I will sting you like a bee, kill your talents when you stumble. Mark my vision, bring me down, right to your mumble. I can finally see this ball, but all the fakeness isn't subtle. Who's that with a boom bap? Robbie's in a school rap. Judging makes you weak, so fix a leak on your screw cap. Looking for a tweet on the subject, you through back. I'm ending on this here, I've got no time for a loop back.